What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we now have an arrival time for the month of October in which we're going to be seeing the stimulus and infrastructure bills ready in Congress. Now, I've got video footage, details, articles we're going to be diving into, getting you caught up on the latest. Let me know your thoughts on this arrival time because this is a very interesting date. However, before we take a look at that, there's something, though, that I want to clarify for you guys. Take a look at this video footage.
Don't worry, she won't cancel it, buddy, okay? Promise.
So you guys, that was my 4-year-old son who for some reason was under the impression that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi was planning on canceling Halloween. So just in case there's any confusion, wanted to let everybody know Halloween is still on as far as I know, but if anything changes from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, I'll be sure to let you know here on the channel. But speaking of Halloween, you guys, take a look. Pelosi sets the revised October 31st target to pass the infrastructure bill. That is right. That is the date that they want to have infrastructure, the stimulus, everything ready to roll. Take a look at another article that just came out yesterday. Senator Schumer. The goal is to get both bills done in the next month, and we're hearing it's going to be Halloween, you guys, so that's going to be the time that they want to have these ready to pass. However, as you know, there has been a lot of issues. Last week, I kept you up to date on the play-by-play as we saw it all fall apart because progressives unified in defiance against passing the infrastructure bill by itself, and also they're saying that $3.5 trillion is too small and they don't want to come down on the price tag. Even though, take a look at articles coming out like this, Biden is now floating roughly a $2 trillion price tag for reconciliation, trying to accommodate the moderates and also have progressives in agreement to pass through both bills. But what we're hearing is, take a look. Representative Pramila Jayapal, $1.5 trillion, which was the counteroffer from Senator Joe Manchin for the economic bill, is too small. And it is not going to happen. Putting their foot down, progressives are saying that is not enough for human infrastructure or stimulus for people. And take a look, you guys, I've got some video footage you're not going to want to miss. AOC letting her thoughts known about reducing the price of the $3.5 trillion reconciliation stimulus bill. So you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on everything that's unfolding here with the stimulus and infrastructure bills, the arrival time, the price tags, all the details as of today, October 4th, 2021. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to take a quick moment to just smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Helps with the channel a ton. Just lets the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate these updates, and they're going to continue to promote my channel and my videos. In addition to that, don't forget, leave your comments down below. I love hearing your thoughts on all this. Share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come join the viewing community, come join the RAM fam, we like to call it. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff because there's a lot going on, and I'll let you know what's happening with stimulus, Congress, the economy, unemployment, anything having to do with our money. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. I'm really easy to get a hold of, very accessible. All you got to do is shoot me a DM, and I go through all my own DMs. Give me a little time because I get a lot of them, but I will go through and I'll do my best to respond to any questions that you got and get you answers. And always use caution here on YouTube because, as you know, we get a ton of comments and then scammers come in, they try to pose as me, they take my picture, they claim they're Steve Ram, and they say, contact my assistant on WhatsApp, and then they ask for your personal information or for you to donate the money. You guys, I don't have an assistant, I don't have a WhatsApp, and I don't ask you to give me money in the comments, okay? I don't do that. I'm not here for that. I'm just here to get you caught up on the latest. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. Let's dive right into this video footage and these articles, let you know the latest on the arrival and the price tag potentially for stimulus and infrastructure that's coming here very soon. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, you guys, so first we're going to be looking at this video footage from Representative Pramila Jayapal, head of the Progressive Caucus in the House of Representatives, on her response to reducing the price tag of the stimulus bill to $1.5 trillion, and also what AOC has to say about this as well. And you guys, it does not look like they are on board with reducing this price tag. And then we're going to be taking a look at what Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer have to say about the new arrival time. So first, let's dive into this video footage.
Better than nothing?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't something better than nothing? And you know what we have to say? I stood up in front of the caucus and I said, you know, that might be an easy thing for some of you all to say. Because when a bill passes that is underfunded, that only gives a crumb, you get that crumb.
Yep.
Because when you only give some and not all, then some people get nothing.
Yeah.
Some people get nothing.
Yeah.
Who gets nothing? We get nothing.
Yep, we get nothing. Yeah.
So, you know, standing up there in that Capitol, and I was like, I don't know if y'all know yet by now, but I'm from the Bronx. When you tell me, isn't something better than nothing? What I hear, what you're actually telling me, isn't something for you better?
Yep.
Isn't something for you better? And why don't you accept nothing so that I can get something? That's what is actually being said.
Let me know your thoughts, you guys. AOC on reducing the price tag, saying that something is better than nothing. She's saying that is not correct, at least not for the people who actually, or she's saying, need the help. Now, in addition to that, take a look at what Representative Pramila Jayapal had to say as well.
There is a lot of focus, and a lot of the negotiating is on that top line number. For example, is 2 trillion, 2.1 trillion your absolute floor?
We're not thinking about the number. And the president said this to us too. He said, don't start with the number. Start with what you're for, and that's what he's asked them for. And then let's come to the number from there. So that's how we're thinking about it.
And that makes sense, but you have been looking at this for a long time. You have been looking at the policies and what it adds up to and how you can do it. I mean, this is what your focus has been almost solely.
Yeah.
So I'm sure have looked at whether or not you can do what you want to do for $2 trillion.
Well, we don't know what the number is yet. There's no number on the table yet that is everyone has agreed to. It's not like they've come to us and said, I don't feel the need to give a number because I gave my number. It was 3.5. So if you're in a negotiation, you need to have a counteroffer before you bid against yourself.
So if we're not looking at numbers, what about 1.5, like what Senator Manchin
that's not going to happen. So it's going to be somewhere.
Why won't it add up to that
because
number?
That's too small to get our priorities in. So it's going to be somewhere, between 1.5 and 3.5. And I think the White House is working on that right now because remember, what we want to deliver is childcare, paid leave, climate change.
And I want to get to that, but so 1.5 is too small, but you won't say if 2 trillion is too small.
Because I don't have a definite number yet. I mean, I don't have a counteroffer.
Okay.
It would be like buying a house, Dana, and going in to make an offer, and then somebody says, well, what's the lowest number you would take? Why would I do that?
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts. Leader of the Progressive Democratic Caucus in the House of Representatives, Pramila Jayapal, who said their number is 3.5, and 1.5 is not a realistic counteroffer. They want them to come up significantly, and they said they don't have a number nailed out yet. Even though we saw all these counteroffers being proposed, she said, we need to figure out what priorities can be included, and then we'll go from there. And she said it's going to be roughly somewhere between 1.5 and 3.5. Now, what we're hearing is we've got a little bit of time to figure this out. Take a look, you guys, from Bloomberg. Pelosi sets a revised October 31st target to pass the infrastructure bill. Now, the article says that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi provided House Democrats with a new October 31st target date to pass a stalled bipartisan infrastructure bill, saying she backed off a pledge to bring the measure for a vote this week because it would have been defeated. We must pass the BIF well before then, the sooner the better, to get the jobs out there, wrote Pelosi in a letter to the caucus on Saturday, referring to the $550 billion package in new infrastructure spending. A 30-day funding extension for federal highway programs will expire at the end of October. That temporary measure was passed Friday night to keep the programs funded after Pelosi did not bring the infrastructure package to a vote. Now, Pelosi sought to unwind for colleagues the two dynamics at work for why she did not bring the bill for a vote, despite having told party moderates that she would do so. She mentioned that there's a commitment to other lawmakers as well, and that is the Progressive Democrats, not to hold that vote until there was a consensus of support for all stakeholders in the House and the Senate and a top-line cost, and the policies contained in a bigger package of social and climate programs, which is the other part of President Joe Biden's economic agenda. Now, that framework originally had a $3.5 trillion price tag. Instead, bulking moderates got backing from Biden on Friday to shrink that package, and that was the video footage responses that we saw on that. Pelosi indicated that the infrastructure bill would have been defeated if she had brought it to the floor. Out of respect for our colleagues who support the bill and out of recognition for those that need for both, I would not bring the BIF to the floor to fail. And again, we will and must pass both bills soon. So you guys were hearing she didn't bring it because they knew that it was going to fail. And just to clarify, the BIF stands for the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill, which is the first portion for 1.2 for traditional roads, bridges, highways, infrastructure like you'd think. And then the second portion, which is being negotiated and the price tag is changing at this moment, is the 3.5 trillion reconciliation human infrastructure bill, aka the next stimulus bill. Now, you guys, not only are we hearing this from the House, but also take a look from the Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the goal is to pass both bills, get them done next month. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said on Sunday that the goal would be to get both infrastructure bill and the multi-trillion-dollar social spending bill passed next month, overcoming divisions between moderate and progressive Democrats. Our goal is to get it done in the next month, both bills, get them passed. We need unity in both our caucuses in the House and the Senate to get both done. If we get it done in the next 30 days, I think it will be a great help to everybody in the country. From Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because as you know also, one of the things that's hanging in the balance out of the 4 urgent agenda items is the debt ceiling increase. And we've heard from Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen that we have until October 18th to get that done. And we heard that probably the only way it's going to get accomplished is to get it included in the reconciliation bill, the stimulus bill. And we're hearing that could delay the bill for 3 to 6 weeks, which would take us into November. And also, if the date is October 18th and the new deadline to get things done for stimulus is October 30th, we could be potentially looking at a default unless Congress makes some sort of changes for the debt ceiling. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, in the comments down below, but let me know. These timelines to me look like we potentially could be seeing a United States default. But you guys, that is the latest on stimulus, infrastructure, the debt ceiling, the arrival times, and Halloween not being canceled. And you guys, as more information rolls out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick moment to smash that like button, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, come join the viewing community, come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff rolling out. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and definitely turn on that notification bell, because typically I upload videos 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, but right now there's so much news rolling out. Just turn on the notification bells and I'll just upload videos and get you updates as soon as they come out. And also, you guys, like I said, if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. But with that being said, hope this reaches you well. Hope you have a great Monday today. I'll keep you up to date as news rolls out. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.